Hello guys, and welcome to episode number 16 of Grassroots to Giants, where today we have got a double header. We're taking on Tower Town in the Northern League Cup third round. We're also going to be taking on our fierce rivals Gisborough Town in the league. Yes, that's right guys, welcome back to the northeast of England with Norton Stockton Ancients, where, as I said in the intro, first game today is going to be Tower Town. If we just have a quick look at what's happened since you were last with us. Of course, last time you were here it was the 4-2 win over Carlisle City. We then took on Newton Aycliffe in the league, a comfortable, I say comfortable, we conceded 3 goals but still a 5-3 win. We then took on Wivenhoe Town in the FA Vars fourth round, a 1-0 win there, Jack Egan getting a goal. And we continue marching on in the FA Vars. We'll just have a look at the fifth round. We've been drawn against Redcar Athletic, Redcar Athletic, who are in the same division as us. Of course, we've already beaten them this season. But today is going to be Tower Town in the Northern League Cup competition, which we didn't win last season. We didn't do very well in it all, as you can see by the teams that are in the competition. This is our last chance to win it because we are going to be promoted this season. Looking at the league table, we're comfortably ahead, 14 points now. So we really need to be winning it this season. We do have to get past Tower Town first. And this is the team that we're going to go with for today. We're going to go with Christy in goal. We bring Anderson in at left back. Bailey Aisthorpe picked up a little bit of an injury and he's still returned to fitness. We have then got Azia Kunu and Coyne as the centre back pairing, with Chris Salmon, the club captain, at right back. Snowden is going to be playing the deep line playmaker with Brookwell and Raymond occupying the centre midfield. Since I've moved Brookwell into the centre midfield, he's done very, very well. We've brought Jack Egan in. He's kept his place in the squad ahead of Warrington. If you just have a look at the stats for the two players, Warrington has currently played a total of 24 games for us, scored 7 goals with 5 assists. Since we brought Egan in, he's played a total of 7 games with 7 goals and 5 assists, so he's performing much better than Warrington is. It's then going to be Starman, Gale and Nelson up front. Tower Town, another one of those bogey teams for us. Again, a team who we are yet to taste victory over, I believe. Of course, they are a division below us now. We've got some slightly better players in. And I'd very, very much like to retain our title. So, without further ado, let's get going. First highlight then, in the 16th minute. It's Tower clearing the ball long. It's going to be collected by Coyne though. Coyne comes inside to Snowden, who finds Brookwell. Now it's James Gale. Jack Egan. The ball's ended up with Nelson, and Nelson finds the bottom corner for his 3rd goal of the season. Great finish. Ball ricocheted around on the edge of the area there, and it's found its way through to Luca Nelson. Not entirely sure what happened. It's James Gale who played the ball forward to Egan. He was looking for Brookwell, but it's a tackle from the Tower Town defender, Chiloka Mullen, but it's found its way to Nelson, and we're 1-0 up, which is great. Coyne wins the header there, but it's only as far as Waterson. Let's not let Tower Town back into the game straight away. Of course, we are away from home today. It's Wedgbury to Hartley, now Nelson. Hartley again. Wedgbury, Nelson. Passing it around in little triangles on this touchline. They've eventually gone long. It's a great ball out to Pearson, who's all by himself. It's easily cut out by Azia Kunu. They're making me nervous doing that between them. Christie now goes long. He's looking over the top towards Luca Nelson, but it's easily cut out by Hartley, but he's giving it straight to Nelson. And Nelson has the effort, but it's just gone over the bar. Right, 25 minutes on the clock now. We've got a free kick on the right hand side, so which Salmon plays forward. Gale with the effort, saved by the keeper. Who was that with the follow-up who really should have scored? Missed an empty net there. I think it was number 11, whoever the number 11 is. It might actually be Jack Egan playing as the number 11. It doesn't really show me, to be fair. Obviously the players, it does there, sorry. Beg your pardon, Jack Egan, the number 11 there, missed the open goal. But now we are coming up towards half time, 5 minutes left of the first half. And we're still holding on to our 1-0 lead. We've got some very tired players. We've had a lot of games in a short space of time. Of course, still fighting on 3 fronts. But I'm pleased to be ahead. I think Towlaw is a team who we've never actually been ahead against. Much like Carlisle, until we recently changed that. We've brought 4 fans up to Towlaw, up in Gateshead, I believe Towlaw is. So it's a little bit of a drive, about an hour away, you know, not too far. 4 committed fans who have come up in sleet with 1 degree centigrade temperature, but we're still holding on to this 1-0 lead. We might make a change. Raymond, of course, is tired and he's not playing too well, so we're going to bring Tom Devine on. We might even bring Warrington on for Brookwell as well, just to get some fresh legs on the pitch. Like I said, the games have been thick and fast with us, but in both competitions still, and obviously the league table as well. We're kicking off at Blythe. We've had 2 red cards for Blythe. They find themselves 4-0 down to Wickham. Ashington 3-0 up. Kendal Town beating our rivals Gisborough Town, which is good. We don't like Gisborough Town here at Norton. Into the final 10 minutes, and we finally get our first highlight of the second half, and it's Brown with the goal kick, but it's easily cut out by Azukunu. But this header went straight back to Towlaw, and now we've got Robson advancing down the left hand side for Towlaw Town. Comes inside to Pearson. Pearson now advancing himself down the left hand side. It's a great ball into the box, and they've rattled the crossbar with the header, and we just need to get rid of that. We're sort of hanging on a little bit there. I might have a look after the game at Bucock. He scored against us a couple of times last season. I might have a look and see if he's worth trying to poach. Anyway, Gale with the knockdown to Jack Egan. Egan makes up for his open goal miss earlier on, and he bags himself his 8th goal of the season. Great knockdown by James Gale, straight to Egan. Only had the keeper to beat, really, and he did it very well. Yeah, great finish across the keeper. Like I say, he's made up for that open goal that he missed earlier on. Interested to see how Warrington performs in his centre midfield role. Of course, he's a natural as a attacking midfielder, but it could be, you know, rotation wise. This, with all of our players being pinched, the squad's looking a little bit small again. This is pretty much the squad. We don't really have any spare players. Yep, fantastic, comfortable win over Towlaw Town. I think that is the first time that we've ever beat them, which is great. Just to confirm that, if we have a look, past meetings, yes, it was the first time we've lost to them, and we've drawn twice against them, so that was the first time that we've ever beaten them. Let's just have a quick look, like I said, at Mr. Bucock, Reeves Bucock. Yeah, you're not very good, really, are you, mate? We'll leave you there. What about no, not very good. We'll leave those alone for now. Next game of the episode is going to be Gisborough Town. I've got 3 games to play in between. Of course, Gisborough Town, our fierce rivals. So I'll see you guys in just a minute. Right, guys, welcome back for the second half of the episode. We're going to start off with a little bit of transfer news again. Lewis Warrington has left. He's gone to join the Grimsby Town under-23s. He's now earning himself £275 a week. Wasn't the greatest player for us, to be fair, a 7.2 rating, but didn't really contribute that well with goals and assists. In return, we've brought in a couple of players. We've brought in Harry Beans. I'm starting to get a little bit worried about the squad size. We've brought Harry Beans in from Bedlington Terriers. He's come in as a fringe player. He's okay as a shadow striker, not too bad. We've also brought in a new goalkeeper. We're getting a lot of interest in Harry Christie in goal. So we brought in Will Brown, who is a very good player. He's potentially a Vanarama North-South level of player. If we have a look compared to Harry Christie, you can see aerially much better, quicker, slightly worse shot stopping. But we have brought him in, and he is getting a start today against Gisborough Town. In terms of since you were last with us, obviously the 2-0 win against Towlaw Town. We've taken on Ryhope Colliery. We beat them 3-1. Billing Town 3-0 and Seaham Red Star 3-0 as well. which leaves us currently 19 points clear in the league. Northallerton and North Shields do have games in hand on us though. But today we are going to be taking on Guisborough Town, of course our fierce rivals. We are going to put Beans on the bench in place of Almgren. We don't need two central defenders on a 5-man substitute bench. We're a little bit tired. Again, we've only played 2 days ago. So away from home, let's always nice to beat your rivals, isn't it? Always nice to beat your local rivals, your fierce rivals. Of course, we beat them back in Norton at the Norton Sports Complex. Now we're in Guisborough. Looking to keep extending our lead at the top of the table. We do have a highlight kick-off though, and it is Guisborough with the ball. It's Brownsword to Simmons. Brownsword again, inside to Simmons again. He comes across the pitch towards Elson. They've switched it from one side to the other. It's now Iyamu. Jones with the ball, looks over the top towards Bell, and Bell smashes the ball against the post. That's that ball that always catches us out. Always catches us out. If you're familiar with my Minnows to Kings series as well, we use pretty much the same formation, and that ball catches us out over there as well. Not so much in San Marino, but definitely in the European competitions. Anyway, it's Green with the ball in towards Brookwell. Now Raymond Nelson finds Gale, who's fouled, but Brookwell's continued his run. That should really be scoring there. It's a comfortable save for O'Shea, really, but Brookwell really should have been burying that one across the keeper. Salmon with the throw-in. We are into the 13th minute now. He's looking for James Gale, and James Gale has been fouled. That is quite a familiar little piece of play to me. Quite often happens for those long throw-ins into James Gale. He's fouled. Aziakunu stepping up to take the penalty, and he does score yet another penalty for his 12th goal of the season from central defence, which is unreal really for a central defender to be scoring 12 goals. We don't need to see a replay of the penalty, so we'll just crack on with it. That would put us keeps us 19 points clear. Obviously Northallerton and North Shields are playing as well. Obviously they're ahead in their games as well. Anyway, Brookwell with the deep free kick towards Jack Egan. Jack Egan, easy finish for him, all by himself. He's been in excellent form since he's come back into the squad. Of course, he's going to keep his place in the squad now that Warrington has left. Great free kick from Brookwell though. Egan all by himself. And it's comfortably now a 2-0 lead that we've got. Another highlight into the 27th minute. It's a goal kick from O'Shea, but it's cut out by Gale. It's as far as Brookwell. Inside to Joe Snowden. Snowden goes over the top towards Chris Salmon, but it's O'Shea's played one for the cameras there, boys. He's fallen over there to collect that ball. Didn't need to. He has picked out Peche, who with his clearance though, who comes back to Brownsword. We forced him inside towards Simmons. Back to Brownsword. Simmons. These two are playing football by themselves. He's now brought in Peche, who's now advancing towards the byline. Does get the ball into the box towards Bell. Lucas Bell does score for Guisborough Town for his 13th goal of the season. The goalkeeper not going to get a clean sheet on his debut. Unfortunately for him, saves us a little bit of money though for his clean sheet bonus. I think it's only about £6 or £7 to be honest. Not really going to affect us. I think we're doing quite well financially. We've got about £40,000 in the bank. We've done pretty well this season in terms of finances. Obviously we're bringing the prize money in from the FA Vars still, which is great. Let's not let Guisborough equalise though, give away our 2-goal lead. We have forced them back to the goalkeeper in O'Shea. O'Shea will look long over the top. He's picked out Bell, who's looking for his 2nd goal of the game, and he really should have found it. He really should have been scoring his 2nd goal in the game there. We've been let off with yet another long ball over the top. The highlights are coming thick and fast in this first half as the goalkeeper again looks long, but this time Aziakunu is underneath it. It's inside to Joe Snowden, and it's Aziakunu again to Raymond, forward towards Jack Egan, who himself looks over the top towards Niall Brookwell. Can he cut it back for Nelson and Gale? Instead he finds Salmon. It's now Brookwell again. Salmon, who does get the ball into the box. It's towards James Gale, and he's scored his 33rd goal of the season. He's been on fire for us this season. Of course, the free transfer we picked up at the start of the season. 33 goals. It's just a shame his partner's gone. Otherwise, we could be, this goal difference could be, we could have been smashing that with Emeran still in the squad. Anyway, Egan with a corner towards James Gale again, and he finds his 34th goal of the season this time. Another one with his head. You know, I never ever used to play with target men, or target forwards to be more politically correct. Target forwards. But you know what, I think it's something that I might look to do a little bit more in future, because he's been fantastic. 4-1 up at the break anyway. James Gale with a double. Very, very happy. Let's just keep going. I know I've said this a few episodes ago now. League wise, you know, it's especially this season, it's become pretty dominant. 19 points clear with 10 games to go. We might not show any more league games this season, depending on whether we actually can be crowned champions or not. You know, we might just stick to the latter stages of the cup competitions. Maybe we can get ourselves to Wembley again. That would be great. You know what, 63 minutes on the clock. I'm going to look to get some fresh legs on, give some players a rest. James Gale hasn't had a rest for a long time. Harry Beans can play up front. He's not going to play, or Benz, sorry, I've been calling him Beans. He's not going to play as a target forward though. He's only 5'9". Do you know what, we'll get him on. We'll get him on as a poacher. No, I've misclicked again. We'll get him on as a poacher for his debut. We'll also look to make some changes in the centre of the park. We'll get Divine on, and we'll also bring Callum Farrington on, who hasn't played himself for quite some time. Very much a fringe player for us these days. Gisborough now advancing down the left with Pesce in towards Ianu, but it's headed clear by Anderson, only as far as Jones though. Jones gets the ball back into the box. It's cleared this time by Salmon. It's now Pesce. Pecci, I don't know. Oh, the goalkeeper's had a shocker there. You're supposed to be the upgrade, mate. You are supposed to be the upgrade. Anderson did miss his header though. If we just have a look when the ball comes in. The cross from Daniele Pesce. Anderson really should be winning that one in the air, to be fair, but the goalkeeper's had a nightmare there, hasn't he? He's had a nightmare on his debut. 66 minutes, there's been a lot of highlights in this game. I'm just going to double check that I'm still on key highlights. I am. It's now Bell advancing forward. Can the goalkeeper? He doesn't need to, because it's a poor finish from Bell. Straight away into another highlight though. It's now Divine and Farrington. Raymond looks out wide towards Chris Salmon. Can he get the ball into the box towards James Gale? It's towards Egan instead. But everybody's missed it, and it's Gisborough Town on the attack again with Bell. He's advancing down the channel on the right hand side, does get the ball into the box towards Pesce. Daniele Pesce gets his 3rd goal of the season. It's Gisborough's 3rd goal of the game, and the goalkeeper's had another shocker there. He's had another shocker. That's just appalling. Appalling from the new man in goal, Will Brown. He's on a 6.3. He's had an awful game. Let's give an individual shout to him and just demand more from him and see how he reacts. He's got a smiley face, so he's reacted okay. Salmon with the long throw. It's cut out by Simmons though. Let's not give them the ball back, because I've got no confidence in the goalkeeper at the minute. Aziakunu for Anderson. Now Raymond. Egan. Outside to Anderson again. Driving towards the byline. He has been forced back though. The defenders dived in on him there, but we have found Raymond. Now Farrington. Back inside to Raymond. It's Farrington again. Anderson, get the ball in the box. Divine at the far post. Poor header off the top of the crossbar. And we're into the final 10 minutes. Can we hold on to this lead that we've got? Brown's now down to a 6.2 in goal. Hopefully Christie decides to stay, because Christie's going back in goal for the next game. Into stoppage time now though, and we are still hanging on to this lead, and we have hung on. We've beaten our fierce rivals again. Poor game from Glenn O'Shea, not Glenn O'Shea, our goalkeeper, Will Brown. Poor game from Will Brown. He did get himself back up to a 6.3, but still not good enough. But he might just need a run in the squad to get settled, maybe. That does leave us comfortably at the top of the table though, with 19 points clear still. Of course, Northallerton do have the game in hand. If we just have a look at the full league table, you can see in terms of goals conceded, we're at 23, much improved over last season. We have scored 85 goals so far this season though, and we've still got 10 games left. Next episode is more than likely going to be a cup double-header, Redcar Athletic and Willington Town. League-wise, we've not really got any big games coming up again, of course, unless it's a title win. We've got Northallerton Town on the last day of the season, who are currently second, but I think it's going to be all wrapped up by then. So we'll do a cup double-header next episode. As always though guys, if you have enjoyed what you've seen, please don't forget to hit that like button. It helps me out massively. And as always, thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.